by this era of my life, okay? So, I was probably definitely, like, was definitely a man, okay? Because, you know, if I were to be a woman accusing the other women, that's just not, that's not good, like, but I was just, like, a man accusing everyone, okay? I was like, okay, which, did I say that out loud? You know what I mean? Must be true. If the shoe fits, right, I'd be going around saying stuff amazing pieces. Maybe